Welcome to TechnoSports. Today our topic is AMD to drop 7 nanometer bombs throughout 2019. Well, let's get started. With an aggressive preview of new 7 nanometer products, AMD is ready to take on its competitors' market in this 2019. The silicon giant has provided an interesting CES keynote. AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su has announced the world's first 7 nanometer GPU named the Radeon VII based on Vega 2 architecture. Also, they have launched the new second gen Ryzen Mobile processors based on Zen Plus architecture that is made on 12 nanometer process. AMD will now also power Chromebooks with two of their new refreshed old A series processors. Now, after so much of leaks and speculations about the new Ryzen 3000 desktop processors, people are quite disappointed by AMD's move, but this thing has aroused a lot of controversies among people as well. But one thing remains clear that the AMD is on track and will bombard their 7 nanometer bombs throughout 2019. How? So let's discuss. Well, the first question comes, why no Navi? One of the biggest questions of everybody is where is Navi GPUs? Now, if you remember, Navi GPUs were promised to be one of the most advanced GPU architecture by AMD ever. Recently, they have launched the RX 590 back in November, which Lisa Su has told to be the contender for smooth 1080p gaming, and the newbie Radeon VII she claims to be the best one for smooth 4K gaming at ultra settings. If you likely remember AMD's roadmap, it's clearly mentioned that 2019 will see 7 nanometer products, but starting with Vega architecture, and then comes Navi. So it's fair enough for us to get Vega based GPUs at the start, which has already given a knock to its competitors. So most likely you can expect more of Vega 2 based GPUs rather than Navi products, which I hope will surely come when its time comes. Vega 2 is just the successor to AMD's much successful Vega GPUs. Google is also making moves to partner with AMD for their future projects as well based on their Radeon Pro GPUs. Now the second question comes, why no ray tracing? 2019 will see more of 7 nanometer GPUs by AMD, but what about ray tracing? Nvidia brags about ray tracing in its GPUs, but the biggest problem is that there are no applications developed to use the feature. It might be the future, but it's not the ultimate factor that can judge the company. Ray tracing is supported on selected games, and this is the key point that Nvidia is using to attract people to buy their cards. That too for select games including Battlefield 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and now Anthem. It makes no sense to buy such expensive cards just to sacrifice your sweet frame rates to enjoy immersive features. Well, this might be disagreed by many of the people, but honestly, most of them won't buy a card just for gaming on a few games, but significantly, this is the future. 7 nanometer is the future, which now everyone has understood, and people are eagerly waiting for it. When Dr. Lisa Su was asked about ray tracing, she told, I would say we are in deep development, and that development is concurrent between hardware and software. So it's clear that the work is on, but until and unless enough applications get developed, it's needless to bring such tech to make cards more expensive. AMD with its Vega 2 has stepped onto the 7 nanometer realism will surely develop itself to finally bring the Navi. Maybe the Navi GPU will get ray tracing support, and as we all know, AMD cares of people's budget. With more ray tracing applications in future, we can expect Navi cards to serve people this tech quite smoothly. Next question comes, where is Zen 2? How will it perform? The Zen 2 architecture is based on 7 nanometer process, which is crucial and is the key benefit that the Red team owns. Dr. Lisa Su took the stage at the CES keynote and readily showed off the 7 nanometer chip that borrows similarity which we previously saw on EPYC chips shown in 2018. Here we see that there is one chiplet that has 8 cores and 16 threads based on 7 nanometer, and there's the 14 nanometer IO die. As the name suggests, the chiplet is responsible for computing stuff, and the IO die helps to connect the processor to the input and output devices. Dr. Lisa Su also showed us on the stage that an alleged 8-core, 16-thread Ryzen 3000 chip to readily defeat the gigantic i9-9900K, which is Intel's current best chip for desktop lineup. Now, it's pretty unclear whether the chip is Ryzen 3 or Ryzen 5, but the speed of this chip as well as the power consumption is truly impressive, to be honest. You can also notice that there is a room for another chiplet, which you can easily guess can be of another 8 cores and 16 threads. If combined, there can be a total of 16 cores and 32 threads that can be achieved in a tiny form factor. So we do not know how many cores and threads AMD gonna put, but it's clear that the next gen Ryzen CPUs will be stunner for AMD to offer to the world of computing. The Ryzen 3000 series desktop processors are to be launched in the mid of 2019, that suggests May or June of 2019. Truly, AMD has kept everyone in a suspense, and we expect the fruit of patience to be sweet as well. Dr. Lisa Su wants her consumers and gamers to hold on their nerves because the insane Ryzen 3000 desktop series will be coming very soon this 2019. Next, EPYC is true epic. At November 2018, AMD showed their 7nm EPYC processors for servers that has way more cores and threads than its predecessor. It was originally told that it will perform as fast as two of Intel's best server processors against one of new EPYC processor. To bring this to limelight, AMD showed their 7nm EPYC CPU in action against two of Intel's best Xeon processor, and in a complex scientific test, we saw it totally beating the blue team's killer CPU by a good margin. Also being built on 7nm, it gets its own benefits of absorbing very low power, which plays a significant role for server-end chips. The second gen EPYC processors will have 2x performance than its first gen, and this one too will have the same socket as its predecessors. The second gen EPYC processors are also to be launched at the mid of 2019. This will give an incredible performance for servers and high-end computing platforms including cloud computing and IoTs. Microsoft has even declared AMD's partnership for its upcoming Project X Cloud as well. Now coming to the mobile processors. The mobile processors, which are based on Zen Plus architecture, are built on 12nm process. They have got released at this CES 2019. The new laptop processors are an improvement from previous year's first gen, and this time AMD has promised to give better performance along with greater battery life. All of the processors are APUs. They have powerful Vega graphics unit under their hood as well. With proper driver support and optimizations, AMD expects its users to get up to 12 hours of battery life. That obviously depends on the type of laptop you are buying. Also from now onwards, AMD will also power Chromebooks with two different refreshed old processors with very low TDP. Well, surely AMD is trying hard to push its limits and bring a breakthrough in technology. With 50 years of AMD in the market, they have gained a lot of achievements, and 2019 will surely be their special year. So it's for sure that they will release all of their 7nm products this year, but in style. Intel will also launch their 10nm Ice Lake CPUs in 2019, so to go head to head and keep Nvidia's RTX subdued, it's for sure in 2019 AMD will be dropping their 7nm bombs to capture the silicon market. So what are your views? Tell us in the comments below. If you like this video, hit the like button and share this to your friends as well. For more new tech and sports updates, subscribe to this channel as well as visit our website technosports.co.in. Have a great day.